Yeah. It's right. You know it's real. Hey look, my friend told me that a lot is changing, and the people that he kept close to his heart are now forgotten strangers. He said he's going through a lot and only God can save him. He's feeling guilty cause he lost his faith and he's no longer praying. I felt really bad, but what makes it more sad is he recently lost his dad, and he only wished that the doctor saved him. He told himself he has to stay strong and to stop complaining. I can't even blame him cause that's the way that his father raised him. I know how losing both of your parents feels. It's hard to speak about your traumas if you've barely healed. You ever mishandled a blessing that you prayed for? Have you seen someone you love battling cancer that was stage 4? Hard to accept the fact they're terminally ill. You can't overcome grief unless you internally heal. You know regrets can turn into guilt. Being told you're diagnosed with cancer, can only imagine how scary it feels, honestly. So if you love someone, then you should let them know, cause the hardest part is when you have to let them go. My friend was going in and out the mental home. He had to go back inside cause he just had another psychotic episode, and that's real. Damn. That's real. Yeah. It's right. You know it's real. Hey look, I remember when I felt deep in love, and I told you I would change cause I promised I wouldn't keep a grudge. And I thought that we would keep in touch. I never thought that we would go our separate ways and wouldn't speak for months. I can't remember why we fell out in the first place. You stopped sending me the invites to your birthday. Remember when you was feeling nervous on the first date? But true story, you helped me get through the worst day. From our deep conversations and now we hardly speak. The last time we spoke you said your mum asked for me, and I got no response the last time I asked to meet. So I assumed you was busy and you was hardly free. But maybe that's what I told myself just to ease my pride. There's certain things that you told me I always keep in mind. Remember it was late and you would sleep at mine, and we would watch romantic films all day just to kill the time. And I would look out for you whenever you wasn't feeling fine. Treated your problems like my own when it wasn't even mine. It wasn't meant to be. I should've took it as a sign, said I'll get over you eventually, but knew that was a lie. I just had to give you time plus all the space that you needed to confront your emotions and explain how you're feeling. But things happen, maybe you was in that place for a reason to forgive and not hold resentments for the way I was speaking. The more you love them, the harder it is for you to get rid of them, cause even when they do you wrong, you still end up forgiving them. Blinded by the fact that they're spiteful and they was ignorant. But look at all the love you showed and everything you did for them. I guess what love is to you and where it is to them. We've all got our flaws and none of us are innocent. The last conversation we had, we settled our differences. You recommended therapy and I told you I'll consider it. It's difficult addressing certain things that I can't tell, or expressing the emotions that my heart felt. I never thought I'll meet you and you be part of my story. A lot of things have changed since the last time you saw me. When I send you a message and now you start to ignore me, that's a fault on my behalf cause my communication's poorly. When it came to love, you told me you needed it more, but I'm guessing that's something I always seem to ignore, and that's real. It's right. You can be the one. You can be the one. Yeah. That's right. You know it's real. Hey look, you said you wanna give up on love, but I can't let you. You said nobody understands and I totally get you. Your last relationship, you told me everything you went through, and it hurt my heart knowing that someone upset you. And I just pray to God that he continues to bless you. You know I'm always here if you needed someone to vent to. You came into my life and that's a sign that God sent you. Never believed in love at first sight till the day that I met you. It's like 2 in the morning and I still can't sleep. I've been thinking about you a lot these past weeks, and I'm just hoping you find the love that your heart seeks. But if you need me, then I'll be there in a heartbeat. You told me that you're scared to fall in love. Why you afraid of it? Is it because your trust was broken in your last relationship? And you're someone I'll take my time to be patient with. I understand that love is something that you've been afraid to give, but honestly, we both know that is not the way to live. You're stubborn, you don't wanna change. You told me that's the way it is. And despite all the bad things that has happened to me, long as I got you, that's the only thing that matters to me. You said you wanna give up on love, but I can't let you. You said nobody understands, and I totally get you. Your last relationship, you told me everything you went through, and it hurt my heart knowing that someone upset you. And I just pray to God that He continues to bless you. You know I'm always here if you needed someone to vent to. You came into my life, and that's a sign that God sent you. Never believed in love at first sight till the day that I met you. And that's real. Right. Yeah. That's right. You know that's real. Hey look, the older you get, you said you find it difficult and hard to date, cause you're dealing with these men that still haven't learned from their past mistakes. And that's the main reason why you and your ex had parted ways. I mean, you even gave him a second chance, but he hardly changed. Cause even if you loved him, there's only so much your heart can take. Are you the type to express the emotions that your heart displays, or rather keep your distance and act like you're hardly fazed? If they was in your position, you know they wouldn't last a day. Cause even when you heal, they say the scars remain. I see you try to deal with emotions that you can't explain. Every time I ask you how you're doing, you say you can't complain. I guess you rather mask your pain than to find someone you know your heart can blame. You're sick and tired of these grown men that just can't behave, acting like they're half their age, and honestly, that's such a shame. The way you hide your emotions is a skill. You got feelings that you probably won't reveal. You wanna find someone that always keeps it real, so I'm hoping that you will. And if I'm honest, I know exactly how you feel after losing someone that you love. Right after the special bond you've built, you keep your guards up, you're protected by your shield. You recently just started therapy, and I'm slowly noticing you heal. Deleted conversations, old pictures and memories you filmed. So never be afraid to put yourself first. Always know your self-worth, baby, don't get yourself hurt. And that's real. That's right. You might feel like I'm being over dramatic. What'd you expect? I'm just a hopeless romantic. Yeah. That's right. You know it's real. Hey look, you told me that you find it hard to settle. I asked you what's the reason, and you told me that there's several. You said it's difficult to put your trust into men. You had your heart broken and promised you won't love them again. It's real. And she don't like her ex, she says she hates him. She regrets her last relationship and wish she didn't date him. She got tired of his lies and the excuses he kept making for always treating her wrong, and the way that he was behaving. She gave him a second chance, but his actions just wasn't changing. I know you're still hurt by all those things your ex did to you. You fell out with your best friend and she was like a sis to you. What makes it even worse is the fact that she used to live with you. It made you sick to your stomach when you was reading the text. You never thought that your best friend would sleep with your ex, and those are two people you promised you'll never speak to again. And nowadays you're wary about who you keep as your friend. You said your ex in your last relationship was abusive, and whenever you wanted to end it, he kept refusing. You said you feel bad because you stayed and didn't leave him. You told me that your last relationship broke your heart into pieces. You told me that you find it hard to settle. I asked you what's the reason, and you told me that there's several. You said it's difficult to put your trust into men. You had your heart broken and promised you won't love them again. It's real. You told me that you find it hard to settle. I asked you what's the reason and you told me that there's several. You said it's difficult to put your trust into men. You had your heart broken and promised you won't love them again. But look, remember, we would spend time together for like the whole day. Until it's time to leave, I wouldn't sleep until you're home safe. You used to FaceTime me when you found it hard to sleep. And in the background, I hear you listening to R&B, saying that you want some cuddles, knowing that you're far from me. Your last relationship was toxic and you found it hard to leave, but I won't judge you, cause I know how it feels when your heart's attached to them. You ignore all the red flags and end up running back to them. I've been working on myself and I notice I'm slowly changing, but I had to self-reflect and acknowledge what my toxic trait is. Plus you're someone that I enjoyed having deep conversations with. We spoke about our past and also our last relationship. It made me realize we've got a lot more in common, because we tend to forgive people a lot when we love them. I love the way you speak your mind and you describe how you're feeling. You've got a big heart, but your ex took your kindness for weakness. Can't believe it. You told me that you find it hard to settle. I asked you what's the reason and you told me that there's several. You said it's difficult to put your trust into men. You had your heart broken and promised you won't love them again. And that's real. Damn. Yeah. That's right. You know, that's real. Hey look, I'm speaking about love and relationships, but from my perspective, cause my mistakes taught me vital lessons. Like when you fall out with your loved ones and feel bad when you fight against them, I pray to God that he will guide me down the right direction, because I jeopardize my tightest friendships. Like, have you ever tried to make amends with someone that your mind resented? Have you ever lost faith and struggled to find your blessings? Have you been a victim from emotions that your pride protected? Cause you thought the person you trusted had the right intentions. Now you're in disbelief and your heart just couldn't quite accept it. And honestly, it's quite upsetting, but I guess you learn a lot from relationships despite them ending. And when your heart is full of doubt, it's hard to find your purpose. And it's hard to ask for help when you're a prideful person. There's something valuable that I learned in my last lessons, to never ignore the signs that my heart questioned. And have you fallen out with somebody that knows you best? I guess that's what happens when you're a victim to your own regrets. Some relationships never work no matter how hard you try, but have you ever tried to forgive someone that your heart despised? And I was told misery loves company. I'm guessing it's the truth cause I witnessed it right in front of me. All these bad relationships, I can tell you what it's done to me. Made me fall out with someone that fully put their trust in me. But that's what happens when you become a victim to the stubborn me. You're telling me to leave when you know that it's never easy to. But maybe I can change your mind if I get the chance to speak to you. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's something that I need to do. I try to make amends cause you know that I wanna be with you. And I know I disagreed with you, but I had my reasons too. I learned a lot of lessons in my last mistakes, cause it's hard letting go of someone my heart embraced.